Hi everyone and welcome to the Dodo Bird Nerd. It's me, the Dodo Bird Nerd, and in today's Drawing an Extinct Animal video, I'm going to be drawing the Pyrenean Ibex. So without any further ado, let's roll the intro and let's get started. Okay, so I have my reference images all pulled up and I'm starting with the basic sketch, starting with the front leg. And I realized pretty quickly by looking at my reference images that I needed to define the knees a bit more in order to have it be more accurate. After drawing in the belly, I realized I do need to move it a bit more over in order to even fit in the back leg, which is slightly important to have it look, maybe not better, but like more like a scientific drawing with the full body, if that makes sense at all. Okay, moving on to continuing the basic sketch of the back leg and drawing in a little tail. I then move on to the back, and this is where I realize I have a large problem with proportion throughout this basic sketch stage of the entire drawing. And then here's my initial draft of the head, which looks really bad. And initially I think, okay, all I have to do is to make the legs slightly wider, and that will give me the ability I need in order to have the body feel more proportional. Needless to say, this does not work, at least initially, so I have a lot more tweaks I end up doing. So I then realized that I did the head and neck a bit wrong based on my reference image. They have to be a bit more connected. So I do the connection and realize I need to do a bit more tweaking on the actual head part to make it work a bit more and make the head a bit more noticeable. And then I fix, after a small screw up there, I then fix the torso, not torso, like front part of the body, at least initially, in my opinion, to make it a bit more accurate with the head and neck. And then realizing you just need to make the head bigger in general in order to make it fit. So I do that and then realize I need to fix the neck a bit more after moving the head, and it does take me a while to do so. But I do move the head eventually. It does take me a while, including moving layers, to make it a bit more lower, and then I can connect it to the rest of the body. And I'm still not exactly happy with proportion, so I end up removing that more rounded front I gave it, and again, it still isn't working. I then realize, I think at this point, that it's a problem with the legs' length. I feel like the legs are a bit too long. So I move it up a bit more, that front leg, and then I move up the back leg a bit more. It's better, but still not exactly perfect, though I do some tweaks just to like smooth it out a bit. But I'm still not exactly happy with how it looks at this point. But I do move it around a bit just to make it, I guess, fit a bit more. And I also make the belly a bit more slim to make it match the rest of the proportions I have so far for the drawing. I then realized I need to move the legs again, and I realized it might be a bit better just to move both legs at once instead of individually, just for ease in drawing and stuff. So I then tweaked the front legs to actually have it like line up correctly, and then I do the same with the back leg, just to have it line up a bit more because it didn't look really right at all with how it was initially lined up. And then move on to drawing the antlers or horns. I think they're horns. I don't think they're antlers. I think they're horns. So I draw on the horns, and then I start to move on to drawing in the color for the Pyrenean Ibex. It appears to be generally some shades of brown. I generally decide to go with this tan color here, though I think there's probably a variety of shades of brown I could have gone with. I just decided to go with this tan color. I then realized I forgot to draw in the legs that are in the back of the image for the two legs, so I draw those in really quickly, and then I continue in with drawing in the shading for the Pyrenean Ibex's legs. So then I drew the front leg, and then I do the belly and the rest of the back, I think? No, I draw in a bit of shading lines to show where the legs are connected to the rest of the body. And then I color in the back, like so. And after filling that in, I move down to the other leg, filling in right through there. And then I think I move on to the back legs. No, I do the head. I then fill in the head, like so. And then I move on to the back legs, I think at this point, yes. I fill in the back legs of the drawing with a darker shade of tan that I've been using a bit, just to show the like shading and stuff for it being in the back of the drawing. I then find a No, I don't do that yet. I do the tail. Generally, I didn't really find a concise color for the tail, so I kind of just went with this darker gray color. And after tweaking a bit with the colors, I find this nice tan gray color to use for the antlers. And then I do a slightly darker version of it for the back antler. And by that I mean horn. And then show a bit of hair over the antlers to make it look a bit more depth. And then I add in a bit more of this darker tan color, because it seemed to be potentially just shading, but there seemed to be some like darker areas on the coat. And then I realized I need to make the belly a bit lighter. So I do a trick I think I did with the pu'uli to accomplish that, and I add a few more lines. I do realize they look a bit out of place, so I kind of like draw a bit over them a bit just to make them look a bit more natural. I then move into drawing the eye at this point, my standard electric blue eye for my drawings, and after shrinking the brush to make it actually fit, I complete the eye. And then draw in a little smiley. No, I draw the nose in first, and then I draw in a little smiley. And then I decided to give it a beard because my reference images appear to show it that, so I gave it a beard. I then move on to doing the hooves after deciding on the color I'm going to have them be, and that does not take me ultimately very long to do. So once the hooves are in, I remove the basic sketch and realize there's quite a lot of tweaking I need to do. There's a massive tweak I didn't realize I had to do until I started formatting the video, but that'll be revealed a bit later what that was. So I just smooth out the basic outline of the sketch a little bit, and just smooth out the beard a bit more. Just do a lot of just general smoothing, add a bit more to the beard. Just kind of, that was a bit much, but smoothing out the drawing just a touch, as well as adding in the shading lines between the front and back leg, as well as a bit more for the back leg because of how much empty space there was in the drawing, and doing a similar thing for the back leg. And right through there, doing a bit of tweaking right there because I realized the hoof was a bit higher than it really needed to be. And do it like that. And then I smooth out the back leg, like so, and move on to erasing the rest of the excess on the back. And so the main thing I ended up missing was I forgot to give it an ear. So I gave it the ear after I did the main recording, but I didn't record that part, but there is the ear in the final drawing. So this is my final drawing of the Pyrenean Ibex. What do you think of my drawing? Let me know in the comments down below. What extinct animals do you want me to draw in the future? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!